floating and sinking. Okay, and sinking. You all have seen or you have experimented it a lot with water. For example, you have in a tumbler you have taken water. Okay. Now, when you drop, for example, iron nails, it sinks. When you drop iron nails or stone, iron nail, stone, or brick, if you drop, they get submerged, they sink. These all sinks in water. Whereas you try with different objects. For example, you are dropping wood. Okay. What will happen with the wood? Will it float? This time the wood float, or any other material like cork or plastic material, anything. These all will float over water. Okay. Whereas some objects sink. So see here, when some objects are dropped or when some objects are placed over a liquid, some sinks, some floats. Okay. And so what is the principle that governs the floating and sinking of objects? What is the principle that governs the floating and sinking of objects? So here, what plays the important role? It's the density. It's the density. Okay. Okay. So for example, we have taken a liquid. Okay. Now an object we are taking, an object we have taken. Okay. Now see here, if density of object, if density of object is greater than density of liquid, if density of object is more than density of liquid, what will happen to the object? Whether it will sink or float? It will sink. It will sink. Since density of the object is more than density of the liquid, the object will sink. Okay. If density of object is less than density of liquid, this time what will happen? If density of object is less than density of liquid, then the object will float. The object will float. So if density of object is more than density of liquid, the object will sink. If density of object is less than density of liquid, it will float on liquid. This is clear. So floating and sinking, it depends on the densities of object and the liquid. Okay. How the densities of the object and the liquid, they are related. How they are related, as per that, the floating and sinking will take place. Okay. If density of object is more than density of liquid, this is more denser as compared to the liquid, so it will sink. If density of object is less than density of liquid, this time the object is having less density as compared to liquid, so this object will float on water or float on liquid. Okay, this is clear. Floating and sinking.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. So see here, one example I give you. Okay. This thing is clear. When density of object is more than density of liquid, it will sink. Now see here. Density of object is less than density of liquid, it will float on water. So it can float, some part submerged in water, some part above the water. Yes or no? When an object floats, there are different cases. That is, some part of the object will be inside the water, some part will be on the surface, above the surface of the water. Okay. Now see here, how much part will be below the water and how much part will be above the water. It depends on how much the difference in densities is there. Okay. If more the difference in densities, the object will float more above the water. Yes or no? Okay. Okay, we can take one example here. We can compare them. Okay. 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 This is the level of the water, surface of the water. Okay. Or surface of the liquid, we can say. Okay. Now, for example, if there is a very large difference. Okay. We are discussing only the flotation now. Okay. When the density of object is less than density of the liquid, only this case we are discussing. Okay. Sinking, it's very clear. If more, it will sink down. Now we will be taking only the second case, that is when the object is floating on liquid. Okay. So if density of object is much less as compared to density of liquid. Okay, it is much less. Therefore, the object will float something like this. Only very less part will be submerged in liquid and most of the part will be above water. This is clear. If the difference between the density of object and density of liquid is much large, that is, density of object is much less as compared to density of liquid, most of the part will be above the surface of the water. Now, if the difference is decreasing, that is, density of object is little less as compared to density of object is little less as compared to density of liquid, then it will be submerged more. Okay. What will happen if density of object becomes equal to density of liquid? What will happen? Anyone in class? See here, as the density of object is
on the surface of liquid.
It will float
on the surface of the liquid.
On the surface or just below the surface of the liquid?
Just below.
Just below. You can see as well. When density of object is much less, it will be more on the surface. Now, as density of the object is becoming nearly equal to density of the liquid, it will be sinking more and more, little bit, okay? It will be floating more inside the water. So, in this case, it will float like this, okay? When the density of object is same as density of the liquid, okay? Now, as it increases, what will happen? It will start to sink. This case, it will start to sink and will reach the bottom. Have you understood this one?
Yes, sir.
So we can take three cases. Yes, that is when the density of the object is less than the liquid. Okay. Depending on how much less the density is, it will be more on the surface. Much less, more on the surface. And now when they become equal, the body will just float, the object will float just below the surface. Okay. And when density of object is more than density of the liquid, it will sink. Yes, Soumya, you need to ask some things.
Density depends on object.
Density depends on object. Okay.
Size.
Here, density does not depend on shape and size. It depends on material of the substance. We have studied or not. Density is mass upon volume. So this is our object 1, this is our object 2, this is our object 3, this is our object 4. They are different objects, okay? Different materials, okay? These are different objects. These objects are made up of different materials, okay? Understood this one? Density does not depend on shape and size. This we have discussed why. It is mass per unit volume, okay? Volume per unit volume. Whether you take this much bigger or smaller, density will be same if we are taking of the same material. Why? Because density is mass per unit volume. In unit volume, what is the mass contained? In unit volume, how much is the mass contained? So per unit volume, how much is the mass contained? That is density. This is clear? So here we have taken different objects, okay? First object, it is having density much less as compared to liquid. Therefore, it floats more above the liquid. It is having less, It is less, but not as less as compared to first one. So it is more inside the water. Okay. And third object, density is same as that of liquid. Therefore, it floats just below the surface. Okay. Fourth object, its density is more as compared to liquid. Therefore, it sinks. Okay. This is clear? Floating and sinking. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Now, there is an activity provided in your book. That is, we are taking three different objects. Okay. One is made up of iron, second of wood, and third is cork. Okay. Okay. So first, we are taking 3 beakers. Okay. We have filled it with water, all the 3 beakers. Now, first we are taking iron block, a block made up of iron. Okay, what will happen as we place over the water?
The
It will
iron block will sink.
Why? Density of iron is greater than density of water. That's why it sinks. Wood block. Some part, as you place wooden block, some part will be inside the water, some part will be outside the water. Nearly around 50%. Okay. This time, density of wood is more or less. It is
Less.
It is less as compared to density of water. Okay. And last, we have the coke. Okay, coke piece, we can make a block of coke piece. Okay. It will float. It will float on water. A very, very little part will be submerged. A very little part will be submerged. Why? Because its density of coke is much, much less as compared to density of water. It is much, much less. Therefore, it has displaced only very small amount of water. And it will be very less submerged in water. So, what we can say from this? Which object? What we can derive from this? That is, sinking or floating we can derive, that is an object which is having density more as compared to the liquid will sink. Density, an object which is having less density as compared to liquid, it will float. Understood this one? Conclusion we have drawn from this one. So okay, this is clear. Or in 2 lines, we can say an object will sink. An object will sink if density of the object is more than the density of the liquid. This is clear. An object will sink if the density of the object is more than the density of the liquid. Or we can say an object will float. An object will float if density of the object is less as compared to density of the liquid. This you have understood? Floating and sinking? Floating and sinking you have understood? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. Few more examples we can take. Okay. For example, we are taking ice cube. Ice cube we have taken. Now, in 1 beaker, we are taking kerosene. And another beaker, we are taking water. Okay. So if I place ice cube in kerosene, what will happen? It will sink or?
It will
okay,
sink.
I provide you something. Okay. Density of ice is less than, okay, is greater than density of kerosene. Now, based on this, whether the ice cube will float or sink, density of ice, it will sink because then ice cube density is more as compared to kerosene. Okay, water, density of ice is less than density of water. Ice cube will float or sink in water. Derive from this one. It will float since density of ice is less than density of water. As well, you can see density of ice is around 920 kg per meter cube. Density of water at 4 degrees Celsius, how much we take? 1000 kg per meter cube. So density of ice is less, it will float. Density of ice is how much? 920 kg per meter cube. Okay, check for kerosene. A table is provided, check for kerosene. What is the density?
800.
8 kerosene, 800. 800 is provided on page number 27. It is 800 kg per meter cube. Now you can see ice is having more density as compared to kerosene, so ice will sink. Ice will sink in kerosene, whereas ice will float on water. Okay. So floating and sinking, it depends on densities. It depends on densities. This is clear? Okay. One more example is there. If we take iron and iron nails, this time we are taking iron nails. Okay. Iron nail we have taken. Okay. This time we are taking water and mercury. Mercury is a liquid or solid?
Semi-liquid.
It's liquid. It's liquid. Okay. Now this time, if we place iron nails in water, what will happen? It will sink or float?
It will sink.
It will sink. The reason is density of iron is more than density of water. Okay, check for iron. Page number 27. Check for iron. What is the density of iron?
7,800.
7,800. It is much large. Okay, 7,800 kg per meter cube. Water 1000 kg per meter cube. You can compare as well in gram per meter cube. As well, you can compare the relative densities. That is, relative densities will be how much? 7.8 and here 1. Because we are comparing with water, therefore relative density of water is 1. So it is having more. Okay. And mercury density of iron is greater than or less than density of mercury?
Less than.
Less than. It is 7800 kg per meter cube, whereas it is 13600 kg per meter cube. So iron nail will float on mercury or will sink?
Float.
It will float. It will float, and what is the reason? Because density of mercury is more than density of iron. Understood the reason?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, one more example we can take. Okay. For example, you want to swim. Okay. And you don't want to make much effort. Umesh, please everyone mute yourself. Okay. So you want to swim. There is a swimming pool in your house or in your compound, and you want to swim, and you don't want to make much effort. So you got one trick. What you are going to do? You took 2 or 3 bags of salt and you added them. You added salt to the water, and this time you will be able to swim quite easily. Why?
Because after adding salt, the density will increase.
The density of water will increase. The density of salty water is greater than density of water. Yes or no? As we have added impurities, as we are adding salt, what will happen? The density will increase. Okay. That's why it's easier to swim in sea as compared to swimming in lake or river. In fresh water, we can say. Okay. For example, if in Dead Sea, density, it contains a very high amount of salts and minerals, and its density of Dead Sea water, it is greater than density of human body. That is effective human body. We can take the effective density of human body. So you will never sink in Dead Sea. will always float in Dead Sea, because Dead Sea water, its density is more as compared to density of our human body. Understood this one? So you are never going to sink in Dead Sea. Understood this one?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. Now we discuss the principle of flotation. According to principle of flotation, a body will sink if density of body or then okay. According to principle of flotation, an object will sink if density of object is more than density of liquid. This you understood? So we are deriving the principle of flotation. How we are going to derive? That is, a body will sink, an object will sink if density of object is more than density of the liquid. Okay? And the second, object will float if density of object is less than density of liquid. This you have understood? So density, if density of object is more than density of liquid, the object will sink. And the object will float if density of the object is less than density of the liquid. This is principle of flotation. This you have understood? Okay.
Yes,
Or we can
sir.
compare relative densities as well. Okay. Or in other terms, we can say sink if relative density of object is greater than relative density of liquid. This way as well we can say. We can compare the densities or we can compare the relative densities. Okay. This is now we'll discuss applications of principle of flotation, where this principle of flotation is being applied. Okay. First one, we all know density of ice is less than density of water. So what will happen? You have seen ice cubes, they float in water. Ice cubes, they float in water. Some part above the water, rest part below the water. So around 10% above the water, 90% below the water. This is how ice cube floats. How ice cube floats? Just 10% above the water, around 10%, and around 90% below the water. So density of ice is less than density of water, ice cube floats. Or you are seen in seas and oceans, icebergs. Iceberg floats on water, 10% below above the water, 90% below the water. You have seen the icebergs, they float. Okay, this was the first application. Second one, okay, second one I ask you, okay. We have seen density of iron is more than density of water. Okay. So in water, if we place iron nails, it will sink. But why does ship float?
Because of
A
large
ship
surface
made of iron, it must sink because it is made of iron, but it floats. What is the reason behind that?
because of large surface area.
No, there's something. Okay, what is the principle of flotation? That is, density of the shape must be less than density of water. This must be followed. This is the only principle of flotation. That is, if density of the ship is less than density of the water, but ship is made up of iron, then but iron is more dense as compared to water. But still, why does the ship does not sink? Why does the ship does not sink? Okay, what is the density?
Other materials are also used.
Okay, but that's not the main reason. What is the density of the ship? Mass of the ship? See here, other materials we can neglect. They are not much heavy as compared to the iron. Main material used in ship is iron. Okay. If we compare the other material used, their mass is much less as compared to iron. So we can neglect the other material. Okay. But still, why see here? Density of the ship is what? Mass of the ship divided by volume of ship.
Volume of ship.
Okay. So see here, mass of the ship. For example, we take mass of the ship is mass of the iron used because other materials is much less. So mass of the ship is nothing but mass of the iron. Okay. Can we change the volume of the ship? See here, if we increase the volume of the ship, density of the overall ship will decrease. Yes or no? It will decrease if
Yes,
we
sir.
increase the volume of the ship. Okay. Now see here, we are going to cut the ship. Okay, not sheep, ship. Okay. So from front, you will see the sheep like this. Okay, leave that one, simple only. Okay. And this is water level. From the front, if you cut, you will see like this. Okay. Now see here. Volume of the ship, how we are going to take? This volume we are going to take. So this is iron. This is hollow from inside. This is hollow from inside. Yes or no? Ship is hollow from inside.
Yes, sir.
So its effective volume. Effective volume will be what? This much. Okay. Okay. Iron nail. The volume of the iron nail is same as the volume of the iron used. But in ships here, we have made this boundary, that is the surface. It is made up of iron plates, but inside it is hollow. It is hollow. So effective volume will be this much. So we have increased the volume of the ship. Okay. So what we have reduced? The effective density. This is effective density. Effective density of the ship. Understood? So we are increasing the volume of the ship. This hollow ship is hollow from inside. So we have increased the volume of the ship. Okay. This much is so much. That means this much volume we are going to take. Okay. And this is a large volume. Mass of the ship is nothing but mass of the iron. Mass of the iron divided by large volume. This will reduce. This will reduce as compared to water. And that's why ship floats. So the main reason is the effective density of the ship. The effective density of the ship is less as compared to water. Density of water. Understood this one? Effective density of the ship is less as compared to density of water. Okay, this is the reason why ship floats. Understood now? Any doubt you have? Okay, next is submarine. How submarine sinks and float. Okay, see here, this time also we are going to change the density of the submarine. Submarine, again, it is made of iron. For example, take this as submarine. So we are having here tanks. These are called as ballast tanks. Okay, and we have cylinders. These cylinders contains air, compressed air. Okay, so see here, we are going to make use of this ballast tank and this compressed air to change the density of the submarine, to change the effective density of the submarine. Okay, 1 minute. Okay, so we are going to change the effective density of the submarine. How we are going to change? So see here. Okay, effective density, I'm writing effective density ED of submarine. Okay, for example, first we have to make the submarine float on water. Okay, we have to make the submarine float on water. It means we have to decrease the density of submarine. Have you understood this one? We have to make the submarine to float on water. So effective density of submarine must be less than less than density of water. How we can decrease? These ballast tanks, they will be filled with air. Initially, they will be filled with air, and its effective density will be less, it will float. Now, we have to make it sink. To make it sink, effective density of submarine, it has to be increased as compared to density of water. We have to increase the density of the submarine as compared to water so that it can sink. How it will sink? See here. We will open the openings of these ballast tanks and water will rush in.
Your voice is cutting.
Yes.
Your voice is cutting.
Okay, let me ask other sir.
No, sir.
No, sir.
Okay, Ritik.
No,
Ritik,
sir.
just do one thing. Mute. Okay, let me mute and okay. 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 Now see here how we can increase the density of the submarine. These ballast tanks initially they were filled with air. Air is less dense as compared to water. Now what we are going to do? We'll let the water to get in. As the water get in, what will happen? Effective density of the submarine will increase. As we let the water in, effective density of the submarine will increase. Because volume will, okay, mass will increase, water we are adding. Now see what will happen. It will sink. Okay. Now it sank. Now we have to rise it again. How we can make it to rise again? From the compressed air cylinders. We will open the cylinders and this compressed air is pushed into these ballast tanks. As it is pushed into ballast tanks, what it will do? It will expel the water away. It will expel the water away and again they will be filled with air. Now we have reduced the effective density and it will rise again. It will rise again. Understood this one? Have you understood this one?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Rest we'll discuss tomorrow. Okay. Question answers as well we will start discussing. Okay. Fish is remaining. Okay. Lactometer, hydrometer we'll discuss tomorrow. Okay.
Okay, sir. Bye, sir.
Bye. Okay. Thank you.